Welcome to the What is the Mainframe course. After this course, you will be able to describe why an enterprise uses a mainframe, identify key differences between a mainframe and distributed platform, identify key components of specialty engines used in a mainframe, explain mainframe roles and personas, and identify challenges businesses face, and explain how mainframe is being evolved as part of digital transformation efforts to help address these challenges. This course has the following agenda: the what and why of the mainframe, mainframe key components, specialty engines, specialized mainframe hardware appliances, mainframe roles and personas, and talking mainframes. Let's begin with the what and why of the mainframe. Statistics show that the world's leading businesses across all industries rely on the mainframe. In an industry marked by change, the mainframe has not only survived but thrived and continues to grow after more than 50 years. Despite predictions to the contrary, the mainframe computer remains the foundation of modern business, playing a central role in the daily operations of most of the world's largest corporations, including many Fortune 1000 companies. As digital transformation in the app economy continues to grow, we expect mainframes to continue dominating the landscape of large-scale business computing. In a survey of CA mainframe customers, business leaders said 76% named the mainframe as an important part of their current business strategy. 63% said their million instructions per second, MIPS, will be growing in the next 12 to 18 months. There will be an average increase of 1.67% in software investment in the next 24 months. High availability, security, and high-volume transactions are driving mainframe investment. As the numbers from a recent survey of business leaders confirm here, the mainframe continues to be the foundation of the IT landscape for big business, with 85% naming it as important to their strategy, 80% maintaining or increasing spend on mainframe staff in the near future, 76% maintaining or increasing spend on mainframe software in the near future, and 80% confirming it as part of their cloud computing strategy. Why has the mainframe thrived, and why do most business leaders perceive it as an important part of their business strategy that merits increased investment in the foreseeable future? The answer is in the definition. The mainframe platform provides not only security of critical business data, but it is always working to run the jobs that are imperative to conducting business. It's the invisible workhorse that enables a business to do business. The primary reasons why organizations still rely on the mainframe are because of its core capabilities and the compelling economics. The platform core capabilities have been enhanced with the IBM next-generation mainframe, the Z13. A worldwide study that includes over 324,000 IT customers shows the mainframe accounts for 68% of production workloads, but only 6% of IT expenditure, where labor costs are not included. Organizations globally depend on a mainframe to keep business-critical data secure. The unique architecture of the mainframe works in tandem with time-tested security solutions to provide airtight security of critical data. As security demands become more onerous as a result of increasing regulation, this mainframe strength becomes more important than ever. Global businesses run 24/7, and the mainframe supports this unparalleled availability. No other platform comes close to providing the 5 nines that characterize mainframe availability. Mainframes are environmentally friendly. Dr. Howard Rubin, CEO and founder of Rubin Worldwide, published a comparison of carbon footprints of a business process running on a mainframe-heavy environment compared to a commodity server-heavy environment. The results support the green machine label. According to Dr. Rubin, because of its ability to process high transaction volumes at extremely high economic efficiency, the mainframe is likely to have a relatively smaller carbon footprint, again due to its scalability, its inherent ability to add computational cycles without a linear increase in power consumption more typical of commodity servers. Studies also confirm that mainframes require far fewer staff to manage them than distributed servers. In fact, IT departments have increased mainframe capacity significantly in the past 10 years, but mainframe staff has typically stayed the same or decreased. Mainframes are a highly efficient platform. Not only can they handle enormous workloads, both traditional and new, but they have outstanding disaster recovery capabilities that minimize downtime. And as organizations add new workloads to the mainframe, the costs don't increase very much, even showing a 10 times cost advantage over distributed servers. Although mainframe hardware seems expensive, the cost has actually decreased significantly with each new Z-series release, because each new machine provides so much more processing power. Dr. Howard Rubin is a technology economist who recently updated his study from 2012 that looked at the relationship between computational intensity and total cost of infrastructure, or the relative cost differential between mainframe or MIPS-intensive power and distributed or server-intensive power. A major conclusion from this study is that companies within similar vertical industries who had a higher number of MIPS or a mainframe computational bias compared to their peers ultimately had lower total infrastructure costs across all platforms than peers who exhibited a distributed server bias. Just as in 2012, the 2015 results reinforce his previous conclusion that the mainframe-centric company has significantly lower infrastructure costs. And here's another analysis that Dr. Rubin performed across various industries that indicates how heavier mainframe usage benefits companies in different sectors. The organizations that had a heavier use of mainframes recorded lower IT costs than companies with a heavy commodity server use. The study was updated in 2015 and is reflected in this chart. In 2015, the economics of the mainframe reveals the following results. While computing power has doubled over the last 5 years, server-heavy organizations' costs have gone up 63% more than mainframe-heavy organizations. For every $1 that's spent on infrastructure costs, mainframe organizations earn $10.55, while server-heavy organizations earn only $8.22. Analysis across 15 industries shows that the average IT cost of goods is 35% on average less for mainframe-heavy organizations, with the greatest differences in the financial sector. An IT executive with a major telecom company, with over 40 years of experience in the computing world, from both the mainframe and the distributed side, made these points about mainframes. A mainframe can run for months on end without having to be restarted, something that is not true of a distributed platform or an Intel-based platform. Though a mainframe is big and complex, there is a lot of automation that makes it easier to manage. Roles and responsibilities associated with management of mainframes are more clearly defined than in the distributed world, which contributes to greater efficiency. There are fewer people who touch the box, and those that do are aware of the IT infrastructure in the organization. He also spoke about the cultural differences between mainframe and distributed environments, making the observation that mainframe personnel are averse to ad hoc changes and make changes only after rigorous, thorough testing. But the salient point he made was, if something is important to a business, it should be on a mainframe, for all the reasons listed here. Let's now look at the key components of a mainframe environment. The central processor, or CP, is the general-purpose engine of the mainframe that does the majority of the work. Most ZOS software is priced according to the capacity of the general-purpose CP engines. These engines can be turned on and off if the customer has contracted with IBM for capacity on-demand upgrades. Mainframes are typically divided into LPARs, or logical partitions. An LPAR is a subset of a computer's hardware resources, virtualized as a separate computer, also called a system image. In effect, a physical machine can be partitioned into multiple LPARs, each housing a separate operating system. For example, ZOS and ZVM. LPARs safely enable combining multiple test, development, quality assurance, and production work on the same system, offering several advantages such as lower costs, faster deployment, and more convenience. Mainframe hardware peripherals include the Hardware Master Control, HMC, the operator console that controls ZOS, auxiliary storage devices like Direct Access Storage Device, -D controller, disk storage, and tape drives, and printers. The most prevalent operating system for the mainframe is ZOS. Smaller organizations might use ZVSE, and many organizations use ZVM to manage ZOS and ZVSE. In addition, ZVM is used to manage Linux on Z systems. The Unified Resource Manager, or zManager, unifies management of resources, extending IBM Z Systems qualities of service end-to-end across workloads. The WebSphere application server processes messages to and from web services. The ZOS Connect solution enables ZOS systems such as CICS and IMS to better and more easily participate in today's mobile computing environment. The Enterprise Security Manager, ESM, allows access to all mainframe assets to be easily controlled and is the backbone for the security of the platform. The most common online transaction processing system is the IBM CICS. Among the most popular mainframe databases are DB2 and IMS from IBM, and CA Datacom and CA IDMS from CA Technologies. Sysplex stands for System Complex and is an instance of a computer system running on one or more physical computers. Sysplexes are often isolated to a single system, but parallel Sysplex technology enables multiple mainframes to act as one. Sysplexes are for ZOS operating systems only. Mainframe workloads are divided into two categories. Batch processing is the method where a program or series of programs process a number of records as a batch, with little or no interaction from either the user or the operators. Online transaction processing is when the system interacts with the user. For example, when you purchase an airline ticket or withdraw money from an ATM. Many applications include several platforms. For example, an application might have a web front end, a component that executes on a Unix application server, and a back end that accesses the mainframe, possibly to retrieve data from a mainframe database. With CA Solutions, we help customers manage those servers top to bottom, from transaction to application to OS to hardware. When a problem occurs, it can be hard for customers to have visibility of the entire application transaction flow and all the infrastructure elements in touches. That's why CA Technologies provides visibility of the entire application, mobile to mainframe, from a single pane of glass. Next, let's review the various mainframe specialty engines and see how CA Technologies exploits them. Specialty engines provide two key advantages: increasing system performance and lowering costs. Examples of specialty engines include IFL engines, which support Linux on System Z, running alone or more commonly under ZVM. Many organizations have moved Linux workloads to IFL engines, which are very cost-effective. The zip engines are specialty engines designed to offload database and other workloads. By investing in these engines and offloading work to them, customers can reduce the workloads for their CP engines and thus delay their need for more engines. The zip engines are designed to make the mainframe hardware more economical. ZAP on zip capability enables former ZAP specialty engine workloads to be run on zip engines. ZAP engines are no longer available, beginning with IBM Z13. Because CA Technologies works closely with IBM on utilizing the advanced hardware features, CA Technologies exploits specialty engines capability in both current and future products, such as CA IDMS, CA Datacom, CA vTape, CA Tape Encryption, CA Netmaster, and CA Database Management Tools. This full zip exploitation has the potential to provide the following benefits: reduction of execution time on the normal central processor, providing savings in billable CPU time, freeing up processing cycles from the central processor for other work, deferring capacity upgrades, and exploiting the processing power of zips. A number of CA Technologies products already take advantage of the zip engines, including our key mainframe databases, CA IDMS and CA Datacom. This reduces the customer's cost of using these products, sometimes very significantly. In the latest releases of CA IDMS and CA Datacom, about 50% of their workload can be offloaded to zip engines. The IFL is a specialty engine processor that is dedicated to Linux workloads. Operational efforts, software costs, energy use, and hardware footprint are reduced when Linux is deployed on IFL rather than general-purpose processors. An IFL can be used with or without ZVM, the traditional mainframe virtualization environment, or hypervisor. Note that the z/OS operating system cannot run on an IFL. An IFL engine simply needs to be switched on to provide additional Linux capacity to an existing mainframe system. There is no increase in power or need for additional floor space. New applications and Linux workloads can then be deployed on the virtualized Linux servers running on Z systems, just like any other Linux server. Running Linux on the mainframe is an alternative to server sprawl. It enables a mixing of high and low priority workloads without penalty. Hypersockets connect z/OS and ZVM LPARs, which removes communication traffic from the corporate network, eliminates need for firewalls, switches, routers, and so on, lowers cost and increases bandwidth, and provides greater network security. Linux on Z systems offers the best of mainframe, combined with flexible choices for virtualization. Linux on Z supports common tools and applications available on other Linux platforms. In addition to ZVM, the open-source KVM hypervisor can now also be run on Z systems. These two virtualization environments can coexist on Z systems. The recent IBM study compares the economics of zCloud compared to other alternatives. It tested 123 mixed workloads, light, medium, and heavy, on 219 virtual machines on 3 platforms: Public Cloud, x86 Cloud, and Z System Cloud. The TCO model used included 31 different variables that were placed into 3 major cost categories. As you can see, the TCO over a 3-year period confirmed that the Z System platform is the most cost-effective. On the Linux One platform, you can choose the distribution, hypervisor, language, runtime, management, database, analytics, and others. Now, Z-System is just another Linux platform and no longer requires specialized skills or special tools. Next, let's look at the mainframe roles and personas. These are the roles in the mainframe world. Let's look at each role and its responsibilities. On the business side, the CIO aligns IT to business realities and needs while ensuring the business strategy is advanced by the IT infrastructure. The Director, or VP of Mainframe, communicates the value of the mainframe to the business and ensures that the mainframe technology meets emerging and changing business needs. The IT Architect connects the organization's business needs to the relevant technologies that fulfill those needs. And the Procurement, Finance, Budgeting, and Accounting roles make sure that the IT decisions take budget concerns into account, and these purchases have optimum ROI. The key mainframe-specific role is the Director or VP responsible for the mainframe. However, the CIO and Procurement play very important roles in determining software purchases. Younger CIOs might not have worked closely with the mainframe during their careers, even at sites where the mainframe plays an important role, so they may not be as familiar with its strengths. The mainframe system programmers, sysprog, are responsible for managing the mainframe and are typically very involved in software purchasing and retention decisions. Their managers defer to the sysprog's mainframe expertise. They are responsible for the heart of the mainframe environment, including programming, customizing, troubleshooting, installation, and maintenance. For mainframe databases, the DBAs are very influential, focusing on the implementation, maintenance, and repair of an organization's database. For storage, it's storage administrators who manage the mainframe disk and tape systems and have the most input to this area. A disaster recovery manager ensures that a disaster recovery plan is in place. This role is responsible for complete and regular backups, the existence of an alternate location to move to if needed, and testing disaster and recovery scenarios. Change control managers oversee the movement of applications into production and work closely with software change management solutions, like Endeavor. Production control analysts are responsible for the organization's workload, working closely with the staff in applications and operations, and are closely involved with our workload automation and job scheduling solutions. The operators oversee the day-to-day mainframe operations and respond to problems, but are different from the network operators who monitor the network that is part of the mainframe. Performance analysts play a key role in making sure the mainframe is delivering the best performance possible. Products like CA SysView and CA Cross-Enterprise Application Performance Management give performance analysts the tools they need to tune the systems and applications effectively. Performance issues often involve application developers and DBAs. Capacity planners focus on projecting growth by analyzing past and current usage and performance. CA MICS is a valuable tool for this role. On the application side, the systems analyst helps design the application, developers create and update the application, and the application administrator is responsible for the day-to-day working of the application. Mainframe security is a very important component of mainframe operations. There are several roles responsible for mainframe security, from insight into technology and security policies, managing IDs and access controls, confirming security controls, and finally, ensuring compliance requirements have been met. These roles rely on products like CA ACF2 and CA Top Secret and CA Cleanup. The security and compliance auditors need to confirm that the environment is secure and that industry and government regulations have been met. CA Auditor and CA Data Content Discover help them perform their jobs more easily and effectively. Network systems programmers, Administrators and operators are responsible for mainframe networks, typically SNA and TCP/IP. Their jobs are to design and monitor the networks and respond quickly to performance problems. Service desk staff respond to users' IT problems. Quality assurance staff help ensure that new and updated applications and systems changes are tested thoroughly before they go into production. One of the reasons the mainframe is such a stable environment is because all changes are tested and tested again before they go live. Mainframe staff are typically risk-averse and pride themselves on maintaining an extremely reliable, stable platform. Here you can see which mainframe products typically align to what mainframe roles. The list continues. Remember that this is a general guideline, and every organization will be different. Next, let's start talking mainframes. Here you can see the evolution of the digital economy from the past to the present. For example, in 2014, there was an average of 37 mobile transactions per day, which represents a 50-fold growth since 2004. Every time a consumer makes a purchase or hits refresh on a smartphone, it can create a cascade of events on the back end of the computing. This cascade of events causes a so-called starburst effect, where a single transaction can trigger as few as 4 or as many as 100 additional system interactions. Simply put, as mobile adoption grows, consumers are driving exponentially larger numbers of mainframe transactions. Each of these mobile transactions triggers a cascade of events across computing systems. These events include comparisons to past purchases, data encryption and decryption, bank-to-bank reconciliations, and customer loyalty discounts. Mainframe plays a critical role in digital transformation, with 100% uptime in systems and applications, highest security, and continuous growth due to mobile. 63% of CA customers surveyed in a recent IDC study see their MIPS growing in the next 5 years at about an 8 to 9% MIPS growth rate. 55% of apps touch a mainframe. 70% of the world's corporate data resides on a mainframe. As the use of mobile devices increases, it drives an exponentially larger number of mobile transactions. Each mobile transaction triggers a cascade of events including comparison to past purchases, data encryption and decryption, bank-to-bank reconciliations, and customer loyalty discounts. This cascade of events causes a so-called starburst effect, where a single transaction can trigger as few as 4 or as many as 100 additional system interactions, which increases MIPS. This effect can create security vulnerabilities at each interaction point. Digital disruptors make 2.5 times more profit. If they have a mainframe, how are they going to do this without transforming? There is no digital transformation if there are no existing systems. Mainframe plays a mission-critical role in digital transformation efforts across industries, finance and banking, insurance, retail, government, transportation, healthcare, telecom, and more. Our opportunity is in helping customers increase the use of their mainframe to host next-generation workloads and help them manage the transaction growth brought on by the application economy and digital transformation. The major drivers for MIPS growth are continuous availability, security, high-volume transaction requirements, big data analytics, and mobile. Having close proximity to critical data is another major driver of next-generation applications on the mainframe. Mainframe can be reframed by bringing it into the future as a strategic asset in the application economy. In a recent survey, we asked of hundreds of customers in North America to identify the most important IT objective for 2011. 75% said their primary objective was to lower costs and do more with less. Baby boomers are retiring, and according to demographic research, they represent 15% of the American workforce. Add to this the fact that mainframe-related skills seem to be tied to this ready-to-retire segment of the workforce. The issue of mainframe resources looms as a large issue for many organizations. And all businesses need to be more agile. Jack Welch once observed, "An organization's ability to learn and translate that learning into action rapidly is the ultimate competitive advantage." The reality in the global marketplace is that for a business to thrive, it must be agile, and its IT infrastructure must contribute to that agility. The question we've set ourselves to solve is how can CA Technologies help customers turn mainframe into a strategic asset? The answer is by helping them improve on the economics, addressing skills challenges, and making their business more agile so that customers can get innovative and participate in that application economy. I want to take the time to talk to you today about some of the things we can work on together, on your behalf, in each of these areas: economics, agility, skills, to make it a success. Let's start with economics. If mainframe MIPS are going to double in 5 years, you've got to do something about it. Organizations prefer to avoid adding more MIPS to mainframe because IBM charges them with monthly licenses charges. The challenge is, how do organizations maximize business-critical transactions and at the same time not permit their costs to go up? Not all mainframe MIPS are due to business-critical transactions. In addition, some transactions that do not require mainframe qualities of service can be offloaded to specialty engines, Z-Linux, and so on. So what CA Technologies wants to show its clients is how we can help them maximize their business-critical transactions, using mainframe as the best platform with no alternative, while reducing costs over 25 to 40% on average, so as to not increase their TCO. Here's a simple example. A government customer has downstream state agencies, not particularly well known for cost control, to buy more from them. On the mainframe economics continuum, the customer started small. It rationalized to cut costs and also created much standardization across their organization, such as standardizing on CA Endeavor and CA Workload Automation. By doing so, it lowered the costs of their services quite dramatically, on average by 20% per unit, while increasing the total amount of service delivered. Another significant way our mainframe business can help our customers is through business agility, which enables our customers to better manage their cross-enterprise mobile-to-mainframe applications. With CA mobile-to-mainframe solutions, customers have the breadth and depth of DevOps capabilities they require to monitor applications and infrastructure end-to-end from a single pane of glass using CA Application Performance Management and CA Unified Infrastructure Management inclusive of mainframe metrics, accelerate problem resolution, ensure application availability, improve data center efficiency, and better manage mobile-to-mainframe applications. The 2015 State of DevOps report shows that high-performing IT organizations are more agile. They deploy 30 times more frequently and 200 times faster than their lower-performing peers. They are also more reliable. They have 60% fewer service disruptions due to change failures and recover 168 times faster when they do experience failure. With a combination of CA cross-enterprise monitoring tools, mainframe app dev tools such as CA Application Lifecycle Management, and IT orchestration tools, we provide value to our customers, focused on agile ops and shift-left DevOps. Through better collaboration and continuous delivery, organizations can realize significantly better business outcomes. CA Technologies helps customers trace transactions across the entire application architecture for decreased MTTR, greater availability, and an optimal customer experience. For example, A banking customer saved more than $450,000 over 3 years with proactive incident detection, while improving collaboration between distributed and mainframe teams. This increased visibility and control helps organizations achieve operational excellence and deliver outstanding customer experiences. We offer numerous ways to help customers address the growing skills gap. CA Unified Infrastructure Management for Z Systems helps customers increase IT ops efficiency while addressing their evolving workforce needs. CA UIM provides extended probes that enable a customer's Level 1 IT ops support staff to monitor the mainframe environment alongside their distributed environment, using the same tools and dashboards. This enables customers to increase efficiency of their IT operations by turning their Level 1 general IT ops support staff into Level 2. This helps them to more quickly identify and triage infrastructure performance problems across open system and mainframe environments, and then seek assistance from the appropriate specialists, which frees up their limited number of mainframe specialists to focus on more business-critical efforts. New, modernized web user interfaces are being implemented across the CA mainframe portfolio. Most recently, CA Vantage Storage and CA SysView performance solutions. These new UIs, as well as new embedded intelligence and analytics, further simplify how customers manage their mainframe, which enables newer resources that might not have expertise on the mainframe to more easily manage it. These new features, in addition to education and services offerings, help address the growing skills gap issues and provide continued value to our customers' existing mainframe software investments. Another way CA Technologies is addressing these agility and skill challenges is through Design at CA, which moves some of the tribal knowledge of longtime experts into our products and into modernized management that has predictive analytics. As the next generation of engineers and operators enter the mainframe workforce, they are challenged to leverage existing tools and capture the last remaining tribal knowledge of longtime experts in order to deliver the level of service expected from the platform. This is compounded by the increasing complexity of management and problem solving as the mainframe becomes more connected to the rest of the enterprise. To address these challenges, CA Technologies is rethinking the experience we deliver to our customers. The core of this new experience is intelligence through advanced analytics. Whereas for decades, CA Technologies and other vendors have been providing highly customizable toolkits that rely on expert users to program in unique ways, our customers are now looking for us to deliver expert systems that learn their environment, detect problems early, and even predict problems before they occur, increasingly drive automation and improved policy, and guide non-expert users to the right information and actions in real time. For CA Technologies to deliver truly valuable intelligence in our products, we need to work with our customers to understand their goals and challenges, and how their teams work together to deliver outcomes. This customer-connected approach allows us to design intelligence into our products in a way that fits naturally in real-world scenarios. There are many who uncritically hold the belief that the mainframe ZOS system is inherently secure, without additional attention or effort. In reality, it's more accurate to say that it is the most securable platform, but is the most secure platform only when appropriately managed. Let's look at some common myths. Myth 1. The mainframe has never been hacked. The mainframe remains the most securable platform, and the inherent capabilities of the ZOS platform and use of external security managers, ESMs, including CA Top Secret, IBM RACF, and CA ACF2, has much to do with this reputation. That said, existing and new controls need to be applied and monitored to maintain genuine data protection. There have been 3 publicized instances of mainframes being hacked technically to date. The most prominent is the well-known Logica breach in Sweden, where massive data loss occurred at the Swedish Central Administration, not because of the mainframe itself, but due to weak password rules and elevated access. Documented technical hacks include Logica Fiducia breach, as well as the white hat hacking of the Soldier of Fortran. It's a great lesson that security is security regardless of the platform. Add to the security challenges of insider threats, social engineering, mainframe experts' retirements, and skill gaps. Organizations now have the perfect storm where the unintentional oversight can happen and leave critical data and resources exposed. Myth 2. Mainframe data stays on the mainframe. In the application economy and today's modern data center, it is important to realize that the mainframe is no longer an isolated black box. The mainframe is the crucial, online, real-time, high-speed, completely reliable backbone for transaction processing worldwide, such as banking and payments, healthcare, travel and hospitality, and more. In fact, over 70% of mission-critical data passes through the mainframe constantly, resulting in huge aggregations of regulated data. The fact is, this data, often the critical systems of record, is increasingly valuable and being demanded by other parts of the organization. Whether it is a small data analytics project from the CMO office or a routine replication task, data is much more fluid in today's world. The need to analyze mainframe data with non-mainframe data means that there are all sorts of instances where regulated or sensitive data could go astray. Myth 3. Mainframe is already secured under 3 lines of risk control: operational, compliance, and audit. Many senior IT executives, even CTOs, CIOs, and CISOs, have achieved their success without much exposure to the mainframe, even when mainframe processing is critical to their organizations. Their uncritical assumptions might be that, because the mainframe has been in place so long, all needed controls have already been identified and addressed. However, with the changing role of the mainframe in the data center and its increased capabilities for integration with other platforms in the data center, nothing could be farther from the truth. The everything is fine or the mainframe is a black box mentality breeds organizational complacency, and that increases risk. Yes, the mainframe is the most securable platform in the infrastructure, but like any other platform, the security requirements need to be constantly evaluated. As mainframe experts retire, leading mainframe shops are realizing that lack of understanding, lack of training, and lack of investment can lead to undesirable, even catastrophic consequences. But we know that when the board calls your CEO after a breach, "I didn't know" won't be a valid excuse. It's time we tackle these myths head-on as an industry and bring the topic of mainframe security to the forefront of overall infrastructure security. Security breaches on mainframe are happening, and they can no longer be assumed or ignored. The security budget comes from outside mainframe budget. We now have an industry-leading solution to manage data compliance: data-centric security, DCD. Organizations are interested in DCD because they need to meet compliance demands related to showing auditors proof of location and handling of sensitive and regulated data. In Broadridge's case, they had 7 years' worth of data that hadn't been accounted for, and they needed a solution to find and classify such data. We have a complete portfolio that ties access control and compliance reporting to data. After we find and classify the data, we can show who has access to that data or resource using CA Mainframe Security Suite for Top Secret or CA ACF2. Manage and clean up entitlements and privileges over time using CA Auditor or CA Cleanup. Show a play-by-play history of who, what, when, why mainframe data and applications were touched using CA Compliance Manager. No other security vendor brings the breadth of capability and performs all security solely on the mainframe. CA Technologies is in the best position to help customers leverage their mainframe. We are the #1 independent software vendor, ISV, and are investing in mainframe. With regards to innovation, CA Technologies continues to invest substantially in our mainframe portfolio, expand our mainframe capabilities, dramatically simplify user interfaces, add analytics, increase integrations, and make it easier for our customers to manage the mainframe as a critical element within their IT environment. CA Technologies are practitioners of Agile and are moving beyond just product agility to portfolio agility, accelerating the pace at which we bring value to customers. We have more than 100 Agile Scrum teams with more than 1,000 team members focused on mainframe. Hired hundreds more staff to focus on competitive takeouts, including many product managers and designers, and will be hiring chief architects for every segment. CA Technologies launched 3 new products through organic innovation in FY16: Data-Centric Security, CA Unified Infrastructure Management for Z Systems, and CA Workload Automation for Hadoop. CA Technologies is the founding member of the Open Mainframe project. As regards leadership, CA Technologies is the #1 independent software vendor ISV by market share, and the top 1 or 2 in 11 mainframe software markets. With regards to expertise, CA Technologies is the vendor in many of the Fortune 100 companies and most of the largest banks, financial services companies, U.S. federal agencies, and insurance companies. You can take the Mainframe 102 course for comprehensive information on how the CA Mainframe portfolio addresses these customer challenges: improving mainframe economics, developing business agility, addressing skills gap, and securing data and facilitating compliance. Those who build the apps will own the future, and many of the critical apps will continue to rely on the mainframe. This course showed you how to describe why an enterprise uses a mainframe, identify key differences between a mainframe and distributed platform, identify key components of specialty engines used in a mainframe, explain mainframe roles and personas, and identify challenges businesses face, and explain how mainframe is being evolved as part of digital transformation efforts to help address these challenges. Congratulations! You have completed this course. To learn more about this product, connect with other users, and share your own expertise, visit the CA Mainframe community. Thank you.